Let's measure maxing Wordle. We got 24 divided by 6 plus 3 times 1 equals 7. Very cool. All right, so we got division. We got 263. It equals a single digit number. Probably going to have subtraction as well. These numbers, like, okay, so division can't go here. I was going to try and put division there, which obviously doesn't work. All right, so this could be in the 20s. Maybe we just start at 20 and then subtract a couple things, maybe. 9 to subtract, I don't know. I'm going to say 9 divided by 3, but the 3 can't go there. I don't know. Let's just subtract some big numbers. So minus 8 is 12, minus 6 divided by 3 is 10. I could do 9 here and then finish it with 9. That seems fine. All right. Division doesn't go there either. There's no subtraction. Weird. Okay, so we only have division. So it could be like a triple digit divided by a double digit divided by something else. No, because division can't go here. This is really weird, actually. So our numbers are 2, 3, 6, and then only numbers I have left are 5 or 8. This is very strange. I don't know how this is going to work. I can't multiply, so I can't make fractions, I wouldn't think. I could, so like, yeah, then the division can't go here, so I can't like do 2 cubed divided by 8 or something like that. I'm really confused about what's going on here. It kind of feels like it has to be a triple digit, but then I can divide by a double digit, but then what am I doing with the rest of these numbers? I got to get something in here. So 2. Can I get a triple digit divided by a double digit? I don't. Where is division going to go in this thing? I only have division. How is that even possible? Ah, okay. I was thinking 25 squared, and then I could divide by 625. And I think that's 1. 25 squared is 625, I think. No, that can't be right. It is right, isn't it? 125, because 5 to the 4th power. Yeah, it is right. 5 to the 4th power is 625. Because 25 times 5 is 125. 125 times 5 is 625. It's got to be, yeah. It's 625. And then I just can't even finish this equation. I just figured this would be like a good thing to put in, and it just doesn't. Nothing fits. How do I fit something in here? Am I squaring something? Like, is that actually going to happen? Is it going to be? How am I going to divide by some number here? I don't understand how this was going to work out at all. It feels like I have to put a big number out here, but I can't do a double digit number because division can't go here. I can't make this a fraction. I wouldn't think that division would go here, so I feel like I have to put division here, which makes me think that I have a 3-digit number out front divided by a double digit, but then like where does this is so confusing. I just need to get all the numbers in here just to see what's going on, and I really want to put a division sign here. So I'm just gonna do 2 times 3 divided by 6 is 1. And then I kind of want to test another division sign if I can, but I don't even know how to do that. I don't have room for it. I'm going to go squared times 6, and this is going to equal 1. I don't know what else to do. Wait, no, I wanted to use 2 division signs. I don't want to use 2 multiplication signs. 2 divided by 3 I can't, times 6 squared? I really want to know if the division sign goes there. That's like kind of the point of the whole thing. I think of it, a division sign goes here. I guess if I put 2 division signs and neither of them go there, I know where they go. I know it has to go here. Does this work? 2/3 times 6 squared. 2/3 times 6 is 4. Times 6 again is 24. Divided by 6 is 4. I don't know. I need to put something in. Division does go there, and there is a second division sign, which is going to have to go here now. Which is really confusing. How do I make the... There's got to be parentheses. Yep. Oh, I divide by a fraction. So that's like multiplying. Dividing by a fraction is like multiplying. So if I divide by something, okay, 2 divided by parentheses 1/6, it would be like 12, or it's something like that. And then we're probably going to square it. Okay, 3 divided by 6. So 2 divided by 1/2, and then square. Okay, and then this equals 2, right? Doesn't equal 2, probably. It equals 8. Because, all right, so parentheses first. 3 divided by 6 is 1/2. Square it next, because exponents come next. 1/2 squared is 1/4, but I'm dividing by 1/4, so you invert and multiply. 2 times 4 equals 8. Tough one. Those are always kind of wild when you got to deal with fractions. But something weird was going on there, and I finally figured it out, dude. And there we go. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. That was very hard. Okay. Let's smash a math typical. We got to put the numbers 1 through 9 in these black boxes. Purple clues are products. Brown clues are sums. So these 3 numbers have to multiply to 48. 48 is 6 times 8. 6 times 8 times 1 would work. 2 times 4 times 6 would work. We can't do 6 times 8 times 1 because there's a 1 here. So is it just 2 times 4 times 6? Could I use the 3? Probably. 3 times 2 times 8. 3 times 2 times 8, or 4 times 2 times 6. So I think there's a 4 either way. But these numbers, I believe, 9 doesn't go into 48. We can't use the 1. So these numbers are 2, 3, 4, 6, or 8. Doesn't really seem like it's going to be all that helpful. All right, so when you have two sum clues in the same column like this, we know that this adds up to 16 and this bottom row adds up to 10. All of the numbers 1 through 9 add up to 45, so we can actually subtract 16 and 10 from 45 to figure out what this sum is, and that might be helpful. So if this is 16, this is 10, that adds up to 26. We need 19 to get to 45. So this row adds up to 19. Kind of wild that this is a 1. So these two numbers have to add up to 15. So that eliminates 2, 3, and 4. The biggest this could be would be 9. So that could be, it could be 9, 6, or it could be 7, 8. Those are the only possibilities. So I'm going to take away the 2, 3, and the 4 from here, and this actually could only be 7 or 9 to add up to 16. These have to add up to 19, which is also a relatively big total. These have to add up to 10. Okay, is 12 interesting? So these two have to add up to 11. That's kind of big. But I could still use a number as low as a 2, so it doesn't, I guess it's not really big. Okay, so since this is either 8 or 6, I knew there had to be an 8 or a 6 in the column no matter what, right? Because it was either 2, 4, 6, or... Wait, how is there a 3 in here? Yeah, 2, 4, 6, or 2, 3, 8. So there's a 2 either way. And there's either an 8 or a 6, and then it's either 2, 4, or 2, 3. So these actually can't be 6 or 8 because, yeah, so these can't be 6 or 8, which is also interesting because the bigger number for the product is going to come from this. It's either 6 or 8, and then we either do 2, 4, or 2, 3, depending on what these are. All right, so again, this has to add up to 19. So if I maximize this, these have to add up. So if I maximize this number as a 4, then I know these have to add up to at least 15. And this is either a 7 or a 9. So that's going to be really telling about these. The only way to get to 15, you have to use all numbers bigger than a 6, that are 6 or larger. And I needed these to add up to 15. So whichever way these add up to 15, this has to go the other way. And I think that means it has to be 15. I think that means this has to be a 4. And if this has to be a 4, that's going to tell us what this is. Is that true? I think what I'm saying is correct. Since these have to add up to 19, like if this was a 3, these would have to add up to 16. Which is really hard to do, yeah, because you can't use 8, 8, and so you would have to use 7, 9, and then that eliminates both options for this one. So this can't be a 3. If it was a 2, these have to add up to 17, and then I have to use 9, 8, which must be impossible, right? I either need a 9 or an 8 up here, I would think. If I use an 8 here, plus 1 is 9, I need a 7. If I use a 6 here, I need a 9. Yeah, so either iteration uses either an 8 or a 9. So this has to be a 4 because I just tried to use a 2 or a 3 and it doesn't work for this box. Kind of complicated logic there though. So that's a 4, which I think is going to set the rest of this in motion. I think I needed a 2 either way. Yeah, it's going to be 4, 6, 2, 9, 9. These have to add up to 19 with the other way to make 15. So these two numbers are 7, 8. This has to add up to 12. Yeah, so 1, 7. I would need a 4 here. There's a 4 here, so I can't do that. So this has to be an 8. This has to be a 7. This has to be a 3. This has to be a 5. Now that's up to 10, which looks good. There's a map doku for you, dude. Very nice. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. Let's smash a Word 500. Word 500 is the Wordle game. It gives you the number of greens and yellows, but doesn't tell you where they are on the word. I would start with a do and audio because they use all 5 vowels from the English language. The only letters that change are the E and the O. So if we have more letters from audio than we have from a do, like we do here, we know the O is in and the E is out. I'm just going to go broad. So I'm moving the O. I'm trying the A and the D as our other yellows there. Okay. So I know the O is in the word, so the O could be green here. I'm probably going to run under that assumption, because that's the only letter that I know is in the word, so I might as well test it there again. So I would like to continue using kind of similar letters if I can, and I'm having a hard time doing that, because now the A, if I try to leave the O here, the word probably has to finish with A. It's not going to go A-O. And if I keep the D, then the D has to go in kind of a weird spot. Because if I put the D first, then like there has to be an R here, sort of. The only way you have an O in the middle with a D first is if there's an O here. Or if there's an R here. And then if I put the D here, like what am I doing? So I don't really like the O being green, so I'm not seeing that really working. So I'm more tempted to maybe leave the A. No, I think there's going to be a D in the word. So maybe the word ends in D? That's weird too. Huh, okay, so like every combination of things I'm thinking of is just kind of strange. Of the things I've said so far, I think I like ending in A the most. Like viola works, I think. So yeah, trying the I now instead of the D. I think this works. Let's give this a try. Okay, so this is great, actually. Sometimes getting not very much information is the best case scenario, because we know the O is in the word, so if there's one yellow, it has to be the O, which tells us the O is yellow here. The A is out. I'm thinking the D could definitely be green. Typically, if you get 3 letters from audio or a do, like a lot of times the D is in. You could certainly have 3 vowels in a 5-letter word, but it's less typical than the D being in, I would say. Okay. So now we know that I and A are both out, so that's actually extremely helpful. Our letters from audio are U, D, and O, for sure. Which makes the D the green. Okay, awesome. But how is that working? How do I... It feels like the O has to go 4th. But where does the U go? Oh, it could be O-U-N-D. Forgot about those types of words. It's pound, sound, hound. So it's pound, sound, hound, mound. There's a wound. Pound, sound, hound, mound, wound. I gotta do a filler immediately. Pound, sound, hound, wound. I want to do swamp, but that's like too many letters. Pound, sound. Pound, sound, hound, mound, wound. So this is going to check if I get a green out of swath, it's sound. If I get a yellow, it's either hound or wound. If I get nothing, it's mound or pound. This is how fillers work in this game. Alright, so I get nothing, which is actually extremely helpful. So now we're down to mound or pound. I could probably just run both of them. That's all I have. Or found. Found is possible too. So I'm tempted to do another filler then. I can just do a P and M filler. Or a P and F filter. Filler. There's got to be a word that it doesn't even have to use letters other than P. Pumas. I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna have a yellow from the U because I know the U is in. If it's green, if I get a green, it's pound. If I get a yellow, it's mound. If I get nothing, it's found. I got a green and a yellow, so it's pound. That's some logic for you, dude. That gets scary real fast. That you saw how many combinations of letters were possible there. That was frightening. That's how you do fillers in Word 500, dude. There it is. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. James Bell, appreciate you, dog. Thanks for popping through. Hell yeah. It's a Fibble day, I think. That was a good. I mean, like if you're interested in watching how I think, that was like about as interesting as a Word 500 can get. If I wasn't doing filler words, I was toast. And using filler words is hard in Word 500. You have to hopefully what I was saying made sense. Actually, all of the stuff I've done so far has been really hard. I think you have to have like a pretty solid understanding of the games that I'm playing, all three of them, to understand what I did. All three of these games so far have been like very hard editions of the particular game. Let's see if Fibble treats us the same. We have 2 Fs off the beginning, so that's interesting. Let's smash a Fibble. Fibble's a world game that lies to you once a line, so one of these tiles in this first guess is the wrong color. I like to get 5 unique characters in right off the bat. Let's go Saint here. Okay, so we get nothing out of Saint, which actually means that one of the letters must be in, because there has to be a lie every line. So we have one of these 5 letters, we just have no idea which one it is. So I would like to use 5 unique characters again. I'm going to go Lumpy here. We get 2 letters out of Lumpy, so either M or L is in. They both could be in, it's possible. So I'm tempted to go Flame. That was kind of the first thing I was looking at. I want to use as many letters as I can from Offer and Lumpy. We got the M and the L, so I got the L and the M in there. And then, I mean, I don't think there's going to be 2 Fs. There definitely could be. And then I'm using an A from Saint, which is a possibility. So that's not how you spell flame. That's at Plame. Okay, so M and L both disappear, which is kind of helpful because one of them has to be lying. Either an M or an L has to be in this word because you only get 1 lie from Lumpy, which means that we have to have one of these 2 letters in, which means either M or L is lying. We already knew there was an F in because only one of these could be lying as well, but that means the A is out. So we've eliminated a vowel and a letter from Saint. So I'm kind of really feeling like our vowel is going to come from Saint. So I'm tempted to test the I. Cliff. So it's possible both F's are in, and the M in the middle is telling the lie. So what I'm doing right now is this is the lie, this is the lie, this is the lie, and this is the lie. Dude, yes! Jumped off a cliff and made the guess. You know, I took a leap of faith is what I was trying to go for. I didn't jump off a cliff because then I would probably perish. That would be a bad decision, but I took a leap of faith into a safe area. Took a jump off a small cliff into like a nice little body of water with a big, exciting jump. I don't know, man. You know, digging myself a hole there, but what can you do? Thanks for watching. Catch you later. Alright, so I've been doing Warmel. Could probably do another Warmel. Warmel's fun. I don't know how much I like pixel letters. I did that a little bit. I'm going to do a symbol. I like symbol. Symbol's a good game. Probably did this more recently, but... I've been playing these games for pretty much as long as they've been out, it seems like. Started streaming Wordle in uh, 2022 probably. I don't know. Whenever Wordle started getting hot, I was streaming Wordle, and then all these games kind of came out around that same time. So, yeah, I've been streaming Word 500 for at least 2 years, like probably 2.5 years, and then doing a lot of So I've been playing all these games for at least 2 years, I would say. Symbol's a more recent addition. This one's kind of tricky. All right, I got to figure out a different way to explain this game. I haven't been explaining it well at all. I think I have to take it out of the context of regular Wordle. Let's smash a symbol. Symbol's a Wordle game that gives you shapes to represent the letters in the answer. So let me give you, let me put a guess in here. I usually like to start with later. All right, so we get two different shapes from this guess. And the shapes change every time. So the colors of the shapes don't really mean anything. But I'm assuming this cross is telling us something about the second letter of the answer. It could mean that the A goes in that spot. Or it could mean that we have the second letter from the answer, but it's one of the other letters that is not A. So that's how it differs from Wordle. This doesn't automatically tell us something about the A. It tells us about something that goes in the second spot of the answer. So I might as well try an A in the same spot to see if that is in fact the letter that goes there. I think I'm going to go candy. Just tries 4 new letters on top of that A. So A stays the same. So the second letter stays the same. I'm going to go ahead and assume that the A goes here. It actually must at this point. And then we have the 5th letter from the answer, I think, probably, because we've gotten this new shape. So now we have probably the 5th letter from the answer, and it's not the Y. It's probably, I mean, it could be the A, I guess, as well. No, it can't be. It's either the C, N, or D. I feel like wagon has been popping up a lot. I think I'm going to go wagon here. It could be the N. We're trying 3 new letters. Okay. So O goes here. And now the word either ends in D or C, I think, is the conclusion I have to come to here. And OC and OD are both weird. Letters to come after an O. Havoc. It's havoc, dude. We're wreaking havoc on this thing. It had to be. Absolutely had to be, because what word ends in a C or a D after an O? With an A there. You know, very weird word, but havoc is it, dude, and there it is. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. Extremely chill. Alright, let's smash a duo. I gotta beat the world record here. Alright. Let's crush a duo trick Wordle. This is 32 Wordles at once. I'm going to speed run this thing. Let's see how fast we can do it. Later. Noisy. Chump. Ripen. Okay. I don't know what that is. I feel like I should. I don't know what it is. Okay, what is this? Alum? Album, probably. It's not. Okay, let's go somewhere else. Shelf. I might ruin the entire run right now. Okay, there we go. This one is bicep. It's a weird word. Okay, array probably. This could ruin it as well. That's not okay. That's good. And then purse. Roost. Okay, llama. This word starts with 2 L's. Can be pretty sure. Paver, paper, parer. Oh, parer and paper don't, or is it just paver? I think par is a word too. I hate this game. Okay, snuff. I don't know what that is. This isn't going well. Munch has to be right. Okay, I have no mistakes. I can't make any more mistakes, so that's terrifying. Cloak, got to be right. Okay, suing. I have to be so careful, which is the worst. Nuked. It has to be nuked, right? Okay, Roomba. We got Blitz. We got Based. Say Sod. This isn't fun. You know, that wasn't fun at all, dude. Sometimes it just doesn't go well. And it went really well yesterday, so I was probably due for one that didn't go very well. But I don't know, man. You know, sometimes you just don't get through the game. There it is. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. I forget. There is a 3-word combination that I think people claim. There's different coding. Like, there's a lot of things to consider. I think people have run some tests, and later in Noisy Chump are just my words. They're pretty darn good words. Like, I bet the numbers. If you run the numbers, it's not far off. There are slightly better ones probably. I think later's great because ER words are really scary, so you get that ER in there early. You get the possibility of an ER word out of the way, and then you get a lot of good consonants in. I don't know. But it definitely works for me. I don't know what else to do today. I think that's going to have to do it for the stream. James, I appreciate you popping through. Yeah, I do this every day, so I'll hopefully catch you again sometime. But just generally appreciate you tuning in. So have a good one, and I'll catch you later.